Another video from Pint Comics on our YouTube channel. How's it going? I'm John, and this is John. You might know as well.
It's in the fine WESU Studio B.
That's right. We're in Studio B, where a lot of our guests will sit when we're in Studio A. We got a show coming up in about half hour with comic book artist and writer. And
why do you laugh?
I laugh because he makes us laugh every time. Our third-time guest, Doug Paskevich. We love that guy, Arsenic Lullaby. Check him out, arseniclullaby.com. But we're here to talk about something a little bit more mainstream, but it still has a connection to one of our prior guests. Who was the prior guest that we're talking about today, John?
You mean for the book?
For the book.
For the book would be Bob Greenberger.
Bob Greenberger, who was on the show, about a month ago, and we had him on the podcast a couple years ago when we were at TriffCon. We interviewed him, and John, list off Bob's resume for us.
Boy, editor at DC, writer of many different stories. He's edited for Starlog. It's something that we didn't talk about in the last episode.
Yeah.
Edited. He's been doing edits and work for all sorts of things, mostly DC, but he's done books or stories for Star Trek. And,
a ton of Star Trek stories.
It's ridiculous. He's a teacher too, so
yeah.
He's got an amazing resume of work that you can just look up. He's got a blog too you can check out.
Worked for DC at 2 different times for 20 years total. So if you have checked us out, we had done a written review. Lou, who's behind the camera, did a written review of the second book in this series that Bob had done, which was about the 100 greatest moments of DC heroines. And John had done one, I think, earlier last summer was the first one. It was the 100 greatest moments of the Justice League. So you got all this, Justice League and heroines, all good people. You get tired of good people after a while. So coming May 14th, we got our review copy.
Well, you think about it, considering the upcoming thing for DC at the moment.
It's the year of the villain, apparently. The 25-cent issue just came out. I don't think any of us have read it. I will check it out, but who knows? I don't even know what that means. But
it's all about Dan Didio.
We have the 100 greatest moments in supervillains of DC. And you got some David Finch artwork on the front. I'm pretty sure that's from around the time of the Forever Evil, I think, arc. It looks very familiar to that. But, I mean, you've got some of the great ones here. You got Lex Luthor, Black Adam, the Riddler. Boy, oh boy, Captain Cold is here, too. And what this is this is just a book that goes, we're going to show you in the second half of the video here, it goes from A to Z.
Who's Z?
Let's see. We know A is, we're not going to tell you who A is, but A is pretty funny, and think about the world's worst real-life villain ever, and you can figure out who A was. Does it go to Z?
Gotta be a Z.
It does not go to Z. It goes to V, Vandal Savage, who was on John's list of top 5 DC villains recently we did on one of our podcasts.
That's actually a good header and footer. Once you see who the opening villain is, that's a good conclusion.
And we're gonna keep the opening villain quiet because it's pretty damn cool. But you go through the book, and the way it works is it starts obviously alphabetically, and then it just goes moment 1, and then it goes alphabetically through, and then it gives you, so like you get to Mr. Freeze, and he's moment 65. You get to let's see here. Let's get past the M's. Oh, the Red Lanterns, 80, Igniting the War of Light. So you get some really cool stuff here. Great artwork, right?
It just flipped to what I had to laugh.
Oh, what was it?
Superboy Prime.
Punching his way through dimensions and changing up things, bringing Jason Todd back to life. We all know Superboy Prime very well.
What a way to ruin a character. Just make him a villain. Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean it like that.
We do love the DC stuff, though. John is obviously a huge DC fan, and we're fans of Bob. And one of the things I thought was really cool about the fact that Bob put this book together was when he was on the radio show. Because you think of a book like this, and it's published by Quarto and Chartwell Books. They're the ones who gave us the review copy. Thank you very much. But when you think about a book like this, you think this is probably just DC giving Bob a list of 100 things they want. Bob is revered. He's been around for a long time. And yes, there were some moments that they had to have in here. But he picked and chose these characters and these moments for the most part, almost entirely. So
did we release that episode?
We did.
We did.
It's a radio episode, yeah.
So
it's a radio episode. So you yeah, definitely. And I think I have it for podcast as well. So
yeah.
we'll see it at some point. But we got some great art here, and we're gonna go to the second half of the video and go through a couple of these right now. All right. So here it is: DC Comics supervillains. 100 Greatest Moments by our buddy Bob Greenberger. And again, this will be coming out on May 14th. And it is very cool. You can get it anywhere, Amazon, all those good places. Go to your local bookstore and check it out. Let's take a look real quick. You know, I want to see, I didn't look. Let's just see if there's anything. Oh, look at that. I love that. I love when you get a slipcover and then you get the same awesome cover right underneath it. And let's see. So we're going to slide this over. Let's go through a few of the moments here. Let's see what we got. Let's just open it up randomly. Anti-monitor, right? Got the anti-monitor here. And then the great thing about books like this is you get some great artwork. Michael Turner right here, okay? And then, so number 3, the anti-monitor drags Earth into antimatter universe, okay? So it goes through the characters and it also gives you the moment. Brotherhood of Evil. John, the Brotherhood of Evil, who also, funnily enough, was on John and Mark Mastel's top 5 on our recent episode about top villains. They come in with a moment themselves. The final victory over the Doom Patrol. So yeah, this isn't this picture, but this apparently is describing, there it is, the death of the Doom Patrol that John and Mark were almost crying themselves to sleep over when we did that. All right, Captain Boomerang. Let's see what else we got here. Krona. John, who is Krona?
Krona is the guy that, he was there at the beginning of at the Big Bang. He's the big villain of the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's the guy. He was a member of.
This is DC.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a Guardians of the Galaxy in DC too?
Not Guardians. Guardians of all.
Guardians of all. Okay.
Guardians of the Universe.
Guardians of the Universe.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry, Galaxy.
No,
Universe.
I know. Hey, no one's blaming you. When you start talking DC, I'm like, shit. He knows so much stuff. But yeah, look at this. I mean, we got such great stuff here.
Krona was accused of causing the Big Bang.
Oh, really? Is that a bad thing? Mordru, number 17. Or, I'm sorry, 71. I'm reading it upside down. Red Lanterns, again. This has been very popular in the last 10 years or so. Atrocitus, I think is his name, right? These guys barf up red energy.
Atrocitus?
Is it Atrocitus? I like Atrocitus. I'm going to go with that. But, you know, oh, here we go again. Superboy Prime punching his way through realities. And Talia al Ghul. So as you see, you get, oh, look at that. Look at that Batman getting some right there with Talia. You get all kinds of really great art. You get, like, look at every single bit here. Oh, the Joker, of course. Look how many the Joker has right here. Let's see. Copywriting Fish. Crippling Batgirl. Killing Robin. All right. Killer Croc gets some moments in there. All right. Major Force. Oh, Major Force. Is that the guy that put her in the fridge, right?
Put her in the fridge.
Oh, this is a controversial moment in comics history right here. Ron Mars killing Kyle Rayner's girlfriend, putting her in a fridge, and then it became a very popular, I guess.
It actually helped change the industry.
It did kind of change the industry.
It's a super important moment.
Yeah, fridging women, right? Is this whole movement and type of stuff. We won't get into that. Gail Simone. And a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago, we had our buddy Jerry Ordway on the show, and Jerry gave us the definitive answer on how to pronounce this gentleman's name. I still don't know how to say it. John, how do you say Mr. Blank's name, Superman villain, the imp?
Oh, what did Jerry say?
He said it. No, I've always said Mixelplitz, which I know doesn't look like that, but
Mix Pitalik, I think is how he said
yeah,
it.
Jerry knows. If you want to know, follow Jerry on Twitter and ask him. But
I've heard so many different pronunciations.
So there you go. Supervillains, 100 Greatest Moments. Bob Greenberger. Bob Greenberger. Check it out and check us out. If you enjoyed this video, we'll have more like this. Subscribe, hit the bell, and this will be out May 14th. Like I said, go to your local store. I think, I had the sheet at home. I think the price point is around $29.99. Great coffee table book, and get yours.